if I just started every video the way like those TikToks I'll be seeing start like, if you're seeing this on July 20th, 2026, this message is for you. No. Today is July 20th, 2026. We are on day 12 out of our 21 days to the Dokkodo. I think we're still having a bit of a recovery day, but you know, that's okay. I think oftentimes we know how things are gonna go and we try anyway. And I think that's okay. So today's principle is, wherever you live, avoid attachment to place or possessions. Stay free from ties. This one's pretty easy for me, at least. You know, I move enough. I've been a nomad long enough to not have attachment to actual physical locations. Like, I don't really care where I move to. I don't really care where I end up living. I could very easily do van life. I could very easily get a truck bed camper on the back of my truck and just go. It's actually something that I've been wanting to do for years. Many years I've been wanting to do that. I guess I just don't really have emotional attachment to things, but I do have a ton of emotional attachment to people. It's kind of the thing that stopped me from doing van life and things like that, is because I'm like, damn, if I do this and I know myself, I'm probably dropping off the face of the earth. Like, I already drop off the face of the earth on a decently frequent basis. So give me a van, y'all probably won't see me anymore. I think that's because I have this tendency. I try to do my best. I try to do things out of kindness, but I have this tendency to accidentally fuck things up. I have this tendency to accidentally fuck everything up. This tendency to bring ruin along with me, and I oftentimes feel like if I just went van lifing or random cabin in the woods, then people wouldn't have to deal with me. They wouldn't have to deal with the ruin that comes with me. They wouldn't have to deal with the hurt of loving me. They wouldn't have to fall out of love with me, you know. And the more I think about it recently, the more sad I get. I was a person that did envision, like, okay, I'll probably end up in a random cabin in the woods, no one around me and all that stuff, and I'd be happy there. However, that's changed, and I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel alone anymore. I don't want to feel alone in a crowded room. I don't want to be alone in a cabin in the woods. I want to be there with someone. I want to be there with a family. I want these things. I have these desires. And I worry that it's too late. That I got there too late. And I'm learning to let my fear go. Not just, I'm afraid, let me talk about it so it gets out of my head, and and maybe it'll explain like how I've been feeling and why I've been doing the things I've been doing. No, like I want to be able to let fear go to where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm afraid of this, but my fear is doing no good for the situation. It's doing no good for anything going on like in my life right now. I want to be able to recognize that and say, yeah, I'm afraid, and it'll pass. So there's nothing to be afraid of. I have really strong bonds and attachments to people. Places mean nothing to me, aside from locations of where memories are, where memories were created. So I don't really have an issue being indifferent to where I live or where I reside. I do take an issue with being indifferent to how I'm interpreted, how I'm received, how I'm loved. Yeah. So like I said, it's a bit of a down day. Last few days have been rough. Yesterday was extremely rough. This whole journey I've been on the last 11, 12 days. 11 with the prologue. This entire trip, this entire journey that I've been on, I've been trying not to be selfish, but also I've been trying to learn to be selfish. I'm trying to learn to let things go. I've been learning to accept things for what they are. I've learned that sometimes I can't accept things because I have such a strong connection that I'm trying to hold on and not let it fall apart. I've learned that I feel like a tsunami and a hurricane. I feel like the Lord of Ruin, and I'm learning to not see myself in that way. I'm learning to not give in and overthink. There's been this entire time, there's been a song playing in my head that I sing out loud. I basically have it on repeat, and it's the Everything Stays song from Adventure Time. And I think I didn't really understand it until recently. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes. And I think that's a hard thing that I'm learning now, is things can stay. Emotions can stay, people can stay, but they're still going to change. You can't expect them to be in the exact same place. You know, you put something down and it will stay there. But if you wait long enough, it might be upside down when you come back. Maybe it rolled. Same place, but it slightly rolled. So a different part is up. It's those little things. And then on the deeper level, it's the big things. You know, it's the way that love can change over time. And I like to think that it's a choice to see that the love has changed, see that the person has changed, and still say, I'm gonna learn and relearn to love you. Like, I'm gonna relearn how to love this person. I'm gonna learn how to love every version of this person that I want in my life. That's how it feels. You can't gain anything without giving something in return. And I think for a long time, I've been willing to give up myself in order to gain relationships. And I'm trying not to do that now. I just really hope that I'm not too late on discovering the feelings that I've had. Not even discovering, because I knew they were there, just this. I'm working on a lot of things. But I think right now I'm working on being okay with the fact that everything stays, but it still changes. Let's go in the garden. You'll find something waiting right there where you left it, only upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see that it's faded. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes. Ever so slightly, daily and nightly. Everything stays.